talked about the concept of leaders eating last. And I would add to that leaders, you quote the Marines, how the leaders always eat last. Leaders also usually eat the crappiest food in the Marines. We'd turn the C ration boxes upside down. There'd be 12 meals. And people memorize which one's which. And it's 12 people in a squad. So the private picks first, and it goes all the way up to the platoon commander. So they always get the crap meal. But your concept of leaders eat last, extrapolate on that.
Well, I got it from talking to the Marine. Yeah. I said, what makes the Marines so good at what they do? He said, officers eat last.
They always, they take care.
They always do.
Yeah, they're going to take care of.
And you know as well as I do that when an officer or leader puts themselves first, what they're doing, what they're going to accidentally do, this is what I said, if you can have a culture by default or by design. If you always put yourself first and you take the best of everything, then you're creating a culture, whether you know it or not, of stab each other in the back, dog eat dog, and be selfish. That's what you're going to get, because people will always follow the leader. They'll follow the example of the leader, always, right? Do you know in the United States, remember men used to wear hats for fashion, right? Do you know when that stopped? Do you know when we stopped wearing hats for fashion in the United States? When John F. Kennedy was elected, because he didn't wear a hat. Leader sets the tone. Ronald Reagan fired the air traffic controllers, normalized mass layoffs for economic reasons. We follow the leader. Whether we agree with them or not politically, we follow our leaders, right? So it's the same. In your company, if you put yourself first and everybody can see that, you will create a culture of selfishness, right? I'll give you one example, right? So this is a common one, right? The phone rings. Some front desk receptionist, whoever picks it up, they ask for you. And your colleague says, Dave's on the phone. And you go, tell him I'm not here. Congratulations, you have just condoned lying inside your company. That's what that is. That is a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie, and you just allowed it. So I had an assistant who, I had a very important phone call with the senior leaders of a pretty significant organization, and I forgot. And I just didn't show up on the phone call. I just forgot. And so what she emailed them all and said, so sorry, Simon had another call that ran long. Can we reschedule? Now I had to sit down with her and say, I'm so grateful. I know why you did that. You did that to protect my reputation, and I'm super grateful for your intention. You can never do that again, because that's a lie, and we don't lie. You can say, Simon missed the call, sorry. You don't have to tell them I'm an idiot. But you can't say that it's because I was in another call when I wasn't, because we don't condone lying here.
It's called integrity.
It's called integrity. And so these micro things, that if you allow for them to happen in the micro, they will show up in the macro. And don't be surprised when somebody in your company starts lying. It's because you allowed it. And so in a culture, you will always get the behavior you reward, and you will always get the behavior that you model. So when you choose to eat last, and you set that example, and you know this as well as anybody who's ever served, right? What ends up happening is when you run out of food, your people will all give a little bit of their food to feed their leader. You take care of your people, you eat last, your people will always take care of you and make sure you're fed.